and my dad's catalytic converter, I think is what it's called, is like broken or something and needs to be replaced. But he's all like, oh, I need to go to work. So then he took my car, and then now my mom and I work near each other, so then we drove together, and so now I'm gonna drive to my work. We're at her work right now, but yeah. And I'm in my mom's car, so let's see how this goes. I got to work 8:11. Everything was fine, and then I like pulled in, and there was like nobody parked in this like long stretch of like parking spots. So then I parked, and then as I'm like backing in, because I can't see the lines, not because of like the vehicle I'm in, but just because the lines are so faded that it's like really hard to see. I backed in horribly, and then I pulled forward, and then I backed in again to get into my spot, and then there was people watching me. So one of them was my neighbor, who it's his first day back from being on PTO for 2 weeks, and then the other one's this like quoting manager. But yeah, but they both saw me. But yeah, it's fine. But yeah, I'm gonna head in right now. I think, even though it's a little early, I think it's like 8:15. Okay, it's 8:20 right now, so I'm gonna head in. Yeah, it's like lunchtime right now. Well, my lunchtime. But today, I was talking to my coworker, and I'm like, oh, like, your car, you haven't like been driving your car, because he has a car and his wife has a car, and then sometimes they carpool together, but that's only if they need to. And then he was explaining how his car is in the shop and stuff like that, and they don't know how long it's going to be there and stuff. And yeah, and then I'm like, did you see my car? Or like, have you gone out there? Let's play hide and seek. See if you can find my car, because it's not the one you think it is. So yeah, so then we took a walk outside, and then he was like looking for my car, and then obviously it's not here. Well, he's like, oh, did you park over like way back there? And then I'm like, no, that's not me, because there's this new person who started 2 weeks ago, I think, and he drives the same car as me normally, but like now I'm in a different car. So yeah, so I'm like, no, that car all the way down there is not me. But yeah, and then he's like, okay, well, you always back in, so I'm thinking it's not that one. And then he was talking about this one that I'm in right now, because I was walking outside with him, so I wasn't in the car. And then I took my keys out, and then I locked it, but it like made the like lights flash. And yeah, and then he's like, oh my gosh, he likes it. And then he's like, oh my gosh, I can just imagine you, just a girl driving with sunglasses on and blasting music, and that's so cool. I love it. It's fun. This morning I didn't really have any meetings, so I took care of some stuff on my computer, and then I had a meeting at 11 to 11:45, but it ended early, so then it was 11 to 11:30, and I just stayed in the room, and I was just sitting there like working on something on my computer, and then like a couple minutes pass, and then this guy walks by who was supposed to be in the meeting kind of, and he's like, oh my gosh, like I was gonna come and apologize profusely. And then I'm like, no, it's okay. And then we sat in that conference room and talked a little bit about what the meeting was about, because he was not in the meeting. But yeah, and then we finished that, and then I took care of, and then I started like looking at some files and stuff that I need to look at to prepare for next week. But then those files were like not good and stuff, and yeah, so then I started crafting up an email about that, and then someone needed help, so then I had to help them, and then it was getting kind of late, so then I had to go to lunch. Then I went to lunch, and then I went shopping at lunchtime. I went to Nordstrom Rack, because I've been to 2 Nordstrom Racks recently, because I'm trying to find this like corduroy type kind of jacket shirt thing, but none of them have it in my size, so I'm kind of sad about that. But I found one that's like similar to what I want, just like a little thin, but it's okay. But then I went back to my desk, and then I checked the schedule, and then they moved some of my jobs from Tuesday to Monday. So then I scrambled, and I created 3 MPIs. So today I basically made like 7 instruction flows, which is crazy because I normally don't make that much in a day, but yeah, I have time for nothing. This morning, my dad got a call saying that his car is ready. So this is the last day of driving this vehicle. But yeah. And today, I decided to wear like black and white, and my pants are black, well, gray. So I thought that was like too much of just black and white. So I'm wearing my green Converse. So I think they're cute. It's 1:50. I just got to my car for lunch right now. But today's been crazy. This morning, so I had a meeting at 9:20 to 10:30. That's when I have the meeting room booked for. But it's supposed to be the actual meeting's supposed to be 9:30 to 10, but like I booked the room just in case people are like late or people like are in the room and will not get out, so like to give a little bit of time and stuff, like buffer time. So I went to the room at like 9:20 and stuff, and yeah, and then I'm there, and then the HR director sent me like an invitation for 10 o'clock to 10:30, and yeah, but like I had the meeting room booked from 9:20 to 10:30, so like it's kind of overlapping, but like yeah. Then it was 10 o'clock and my meeting was still going on, so then I like left my meeting to go to the HR meeting, and then yeah, and then it was so awkward, and yeah, but while I'm in the meeting, because I'm sitting next to the HR director, then I noticed she's got on like black Converse, and then where like it's normally white, it was like silver. I didn't say anything, and then after the meeting was over, then she's all like, I like your shoes, because I'm wearing my green Converse today, and then she like held her foot up and she's like, do you like mine? And I'm like, yeah. And then my boss was sitting next to me, and then it was kind of awkward because like yeah, and then she's like, he's probably like, what are you talking about? Yeah. Then I left, and then I went back to my other meeting to see if it was still going on, and then it was. It ended at like 10:17, and then I had another meeting at 10:30, so I'm like, is it even worth it to go to my desk? So then I went to my desk, and then I worked for like a couple minutes, then I left again to go to the meeting, and then that meeting finished at like 10:45, and then I had another meeting 11 to 12, so then I'm like, is it even worth it again to go to my desk? So then I went back to my desk for like a couple minutes, and then I did a little bit, and then I went to my meeting at 11, and then the people who like host the meeting and stuff were in a different meeting, so then they were late, so then we were all just sitting there and stuff, and yeah, and it was kind of awkward, but then we just waited, and then I got my MPIs done for next week. I got 3 of them done. Then I went to my desk, and then I tried to do quoting, but then the quoting was not working out because then there was problems and stuff, so then I messaged this person, the quoting manager, but then she was on lunch, so then after she finished her lunch, then she came to talk to me, and yeah, but I'm still working on that thing, but yeah. That's pretty much it for today, and I don't have any meetings for the rest of today. So many meetings that I like haven't really had time to sit at my desk. It's 5:15 right now, and I'm driving home in the truck, and it's just love it, honestly. Driving in a truck, sunglasses on, sun in my face, window rolled down, and wind in my hair is it's just a vibe. Yeah, I love it. Also, I found out that this car has a button that's called party mode. So and I like tried it out. It like makes the audio more surround sound, I think. Yeah. It's not that big of a difference, but yeah. I'm going for a walk right now because it's hot in the car, and I'm leaving early today because yeah. You'll find out why, but it'll be a different video, so yeah, so stay tuned for that video. But it's Wednesday, February 26th, and I'm leaving work early today. Yeah. Also, one more thing. I went to this guy's office hours today, and we were talking about Atlassian and stuff like that, and yeah, and then he started talking about Team 25, which is like a conference they do, and this year it's in Anaheim. Last year it was in Vegas, but yeah. And then he's like, oh, you should go. And then I'm like, well, like, I mean, if I'm invited, I guess I'll go. And then he's like, I'm inviting you. And then I'm like, oh. So yeah, but he'll send me more details, but yeah. It's 3:24 and I just left. And it's kind of funny because my neighbor said, that he said he needs to leave early today too. And I said, what time? And then he's like, right now. And then I'm like, I was gonna leave right now too. So yeah, so we both left. And then before I left, my boss saw me, but it's okay, I guess. But yeah, but I told the people in the desk area to hold the fort down for us because me and my neighbor are both gone. So yeah, but they'll be okay.